Hello and welcome back to the Eat, Sleep, Lift, Repeat podcast with me, your host, Charlotte from Charlotte Mitchell Coaching. And oh my God, it's been like 2 weeks since I last recorded a podcast, I think. Oh, life's been busy and like all things, it's so hard, isn't it, at times to find the time to do things that you commit yourself to do. But over today, I was sort of thinking, I could do this, I could do that, I thought, no, go sit down, get your podcast recorded, get it uploaded, because then you can tick that box and stop procrastinating. That procrastination word, it's amazing, isn't it? Anyway, so here we are. I hope you are having an amazing day, wherever you are. Always remember that you can drop me a message, anything about today, anything about any of the podcasts that you aren't sure about, you want more help with, always drop me a message. I get so many messages every day, but I reply to every single person that messages me. And it's me that replies to you. So reply, message me, do anything you want. If you can hear any snoring in the background, it's my dog. I'm hoping you won't be able to, but she's gone to sleep on her bed. And, she's old. Old ladies snore. Well, old lady dogs snore anyway. So what I wanted to chat to you today about was basically like, I had a lady sort of graduate coaching a couple of weeks ago, and that is something that does happen. And I wanted to talk you through sort of like how you keep a body transformation for the rest of your life. Because the way I work is, it isn't just a body transformation. It is a mind and body breakthrough. So if you always think of things as just like a diet, get to where you want to be, and you don't address the other things in your life, then you're going to struggle. And I'm saying this because January is just around the corner. What is today? Today's like December the, 9th, 8th, something like that. Anyway, but we see this sort of every single year, this cycle of like, January comes, it's like new me, new year, no, other way around, new year, new me. And people want to like go on a diet and lose their holiday weight. And I know a lot of people are carrying like COVID stress weight as well. And everyone sort of jumps on like the Slimming World, Weight Watchers World, I don't know, Slim Plus World, whatever else there is around that is marketed to hell and back in January, and they stay on it for like, I don't know, 6 to 12 weeks max, and then fall off the wagon and just slip back into their old ways again, because it's not addressing everything that's going on in your life, and it's not digging deeper to find out why you are where you are, and then why you want to get to where you want to be. So until you tap into those things, and I've spoken about that in previous podcasts, until you tap into those things, you're never going to keep going. All you're going to do is keep buying into like fad diets, and then that's it. It's a fad diet, doesn't work, you move on to the next one until somebody gives you another one, and then you move on to the next one and the next one and the next one. And this little cycle of despair. So what I wanted to chat you through today is like what I do through my coaching and how I get to that point, because it was so amazing having my lady sort of graduate coaching the other week. She'd been with me since January. She's lost 32 pounds, and we've been through a journey, and that is the point. Okay. So when you start coaching with me or any other coach, you should go through a journey, and this is the same for any body like transformation. You are on a journey, not just to get to your end destination, but to learn how to keep it. So what we focus on with my coaching business with my clients is we identify what you want to achieve. So we do make a tangible goal, and we identify what it is that you want to achieve. Then we work out the steps to get you there. Then we continuously evaluate whether you are still on track or whether we need to make alterations. And we do this through weekly reflections and then chatting to each other like every 6 weeks as well. And then we hit your target. Now that piece of that journey can take months and months and months. But once we hit that target, great. Then comes the really important bit, learning how to make it a lifestyle change. Because at this point, like for a lot of people, you're tracking calories, you're, I don't know, taking pictures of food, you are in some shape or form making sure that you are staying adhered to your plan. But you can't stay on that forever. So at some point you have to step away from that. And this is where people fall down, because they don't learn how to maintain that for the rest of their lives. What they learn at this point is step away from diet, go back to old eating habits. They haven't learned how to do anything else. So what we then focus on is how to make this a lifestyle change. We learn how to step away from, tracking all of your food. We learn how to become a mindful eater, and then we teach you how to do that for yourself. How can you maintain what you've achieved by yourself? Now, that's just sort of the food and weight loss journey. We work on your mindset at the same time. And this is where a lot of people forget about this, because you will be the same person you were before right now. So you have lost a little bit of weight, you're getting towards your goal, getting towards where you want to be. But, this is the big bad but, you are still very much the same person you were before, in that somebody with a big appetite is always going to be somebody with a big appetite. That's just the way life is. And so what ends up happening is you slip back to being that person again. So things go wrong, you turn to food. You're happy, you turn to food. You're sad, you turn to food. Angry, turn to food. Or drink, or whatever it is. But you'll turn to that in those times. So what we work on heavily is the mindset around it, and learning that, the importance of not cutting out food groups, the importance of, if you're bored, what do you need to do? If you're happy, what do you need to do? If you're sad, what do you need to do? So we're not always resorting to food. Then we look at your lifestyle as well. Your sleep, stress, steps, what kind of job you have, everything, basically, to ensure that you have a well-rounded approach to your journey. So your journey isn't just about how little can I eat, how much weight can I lose, get to my target weight, and then end up bouncing back, the yo-yo dieting thing. And this is why, when you go through things, this is why your diet keeps failing. And this is why I wanted to do this just before January, and sort of say this one now. People's diets fail because they don't address everything else in their life at the same time. They just want to get to a physical goal. They want to get a physical weight loss, but don't address the mental side of things. Don't address the lifestyle side of things. They just want to get to that tangible physical goal. And then you end up bouncing back. And the point is, you shouldn't need to do that. You shouldn't need to keep bouncing back to the person that you were before, because every single time that you have to lose weight, it gets harder. Believe me, it gets harder to go through the process. It gets easier to gain back that weight, and then it gets harder to go back through that process again. So yeah, But the client who graduated coaching, and I keep saying graduating coaching because that is the thing. And I think there's a misconception as well about like online coaching, and what ends up happening within it is that people think that it is a 12-week body transformation or a 12-week, fat loss shred or whatever. They see it as that. And that does happen, and there is a place for it. But what it doesn't do is take into account everything else. People don't see coaching as a journey from A to B, from surviving as a person to thriving as a person. And that is the point of coaching. Or that is the point as well of any weight loss journey that you go on, is you've got to go from the point of surviving as a person, just getting through life. You feel a bit rubbish, you mentally feel sluggish, physically you're struggling, your lifestyle isn't reflecting how you need to live to get your goals. This is survival, to thriving in life, to knowing that your sleep is optimized, that you're journaling, you think about the gratitude, that your brain is feeling very optimistic and it feels good the majority of the time, body feels good, you have a happy outlook in life, planning for the future, that your mindset is very strong. Your mindset is in a thriving point of view. This then bleeds through into the rest of your life. You get hold of your job, you feel like you're doing okay within that. Your relationships feel better. You spend the time in the other aspects of your life. That is thriving in life, not just surviving. And that is the point in any journey you go on. And I will always keep stressing, like, a coaching journey. If any of you ever think about going to a coach, make sure that there is a journey, and make sure that they tell you about the journey, not just they'll help you, lose some weight, maybe get a bit stronger, get a bit fitter, I don't know, build your glutes, whatever it is you want to do, or they'll help you get to a photo shoot shape, or, wherever it is. But will they take you on a journey? Will they teach you to keep it at the end? Because I tell you, there are going to be a lot of coaches pushing their programs in January, a hell of a lot of them, and a lot of them are really not good. There are some amazing coaches out there in the space, but there are also some coaches that are horrendous. They give you cookie cutter programs, and meal plans, but they don't tell you, they don't teach you anything else. They just give you all that rubbish and just send you on your merry little way. So just go into January, even though I know it right now, it's December, but go into January with your eyes open. Go into January, if you are wanting to do the new year, new me, make it the last year that you ever have to do that you ever have to think that. Make this the last Christmas where you think in January, like, oh my God, I need to detox from Christmas. Make this the last one that you ever have to do. Make January the last January where you have to make New Year's resolutions about, how you're going to eat, how you're going to sleep, how you're going to live. If you get hold of your life, and if you can go through a journey, come out the other side of it as a thriving person, not as a surviving person, you will never have to have January resolutions. You will never again have to have new year, new me that lasts 6 weeks and that's it. And just go back into your old ways. You will, I promise you, change your life forever if you want to. So I wanted to say that in December,
because I know what happens from now until January, and I know what happens in January. I know how it all sort of changes and flips towards sort of that kind of thing. So yeah, make this January, when you get there, have the most amazing Christmas and New Year. But when you get to January and you get to your New Year's resolutions and you get to thinking, new year, new me, make it the last year that you ever have to do that, because it gets old real quick, and that is when you end up just surviving through life, because you bounce from year to year to year. Make this the year that you thrive in life. So yeah. Hey, that is what I've got to say. If you made it to the end of this and me waffling through, because it's been a couple of weeks since I recorded a podcast, I feel like I've waffled through that, but it was short, sharp, and to the point, which is even better. Drop me a message on Instagram. Always happy to have your messages. If you do drop me a message, I might even send you a cheeky little ebook back. So I've got quite a few of them that are really cool, as a little thank you for making it this far to the end. But yeah, otherwise, much love and peace. I do hope that you have an amazing Christmas and you're not frantically going through the weeks at the minute, and that you're organised. I am not organised whatsoever, not even in the slightest. Yeah, so have a good morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are. Much love and peace. I know I've said that already, but anyway. From me, Charlotte of Charlotte Mitchell Coaching, and I will catch you next time.